Coach. I guess it was about a year ago. You were in Fort Worth, getting ready to play a game. I think maybe you'd gone through warm-ups. I'm not sure when exactly things were called, but you're going back there, after a year. Can you kind of maybe reflect on that experience, maybe just kind of what your memories were of that a year ago, and just knowing that you got through a full season, and, knock on wood, you're going to get the opportunity to play in a conference tournament with a chance to make it to the NCAA tournament.
We're excited. Looking back on last year, it was very disappointing, especially for our seniors, but for everyone. We invest so much, and to have our season end so abruptly, we're in the locker room when we're notified that, we're in the locker room, guys are changing up, getting ready to go out, shoot, and we're waiting for our game prep, and all of a sudden it's canceled. So that was very difficult, like I said, especially for our seniors. But we're excited. I think we all see some light at the end of the tunnel with vaccinating a lot of people, and we're gaining momentum in that area. So, you anticipate the tournament being able to go this year. So I think there's that excitement. The arena was really nice. We had a chance to shoot in it earlier the day before the game day, and the arena seemed nice. So I think the guys are looking forward to competing in there. And we were playing well at the end of that year. So we felt we were playing some good basketball at the end of that season, and wanted to kind of see where we were with the opportunities in the tournament. And unfortunately, we didn't get that.
With all the ups and downs, what have you learned about your team during this season?
They're resilient. As I think I said, different parts of the season. We've had, like I said, definitely had some ups and downs, but throughout it all, our guys have stayed together. They kept believing in each other. They kept believing in us, and we kept believing in them. So, I think that's evident because, you can see, what we've been doing recently. That's a sign of a team that really believes in that they can win. And they give them the chance to do that every time they go on the court. So just excited to be still playing, and really proud of what our guys were able to accomplish through everything that we went through. Like I said, we've been very vulnerable this year based on COVID, based on the stoppages, based on pretty much injuries. You lose Colin, you lose Tourney right off the bat. You lose both of those kids, can't play for the entire season. You don't know what's going to happen. Those are two experienced players from us from the years past, and we don't have them. So I thought our guys did a really good job of stepping up in those roles. Different guys contributed and gave us a chance to compete on most nights, and that's what you want. I think we played some good basketball throughout the season, really, just that we've had a very tough schedule, but our guys have been able to show that they're capable of competing against anyone.
Johnny, in years past, you usually play in some sort of tournament in November, like some sort of event somewhere against other teams. Obviously, this season you weren't able to play in one of those tournament style atmospheres. With the buildup of this roster, a mixture of guys, is that a concern at all heading into the conference tournament? You get to play possibly 4 games in 4 days or so.
It's really not a concern. The big thing is that we've played against, we've had a very good schedule. We played a number of road games, so we've been out on the road quite a bit this year. We've played against some really good teams in conference and out of conference. I think that's probably the best preparation for us is the level of competition we faced. And I think that, should serve us well, provided we go out there and, play well. But I think all of those experiences can only help us leading into the tournament.
Coach, you're playing ECU in the first round on Thursday. You obviously played them last week. What's your kind of viewpoint on that, playing a team back-to-back? Is it an advantage or a disadvantage?
I don't really have. I don't view it as an advantage for sure. But I think that I don't look at it as a disadvantage. I think that there's familiarity from both teams. We both kind of understand, each other. We've played against each other recently. We've played against each other 2 times already this season. So you playing a team for a 3rd time and play them in less than a week, basically. So, or it will be about a week. So it's it's something that I think both teams will be able to go back to the scouting, reports. They'll be go back to the film and kind of see what adjustments they need to make. I'm sure they'll be looking to make some adjustments, and so will we. And so prep-wise, I think it helps us with that. But, these guys have played against each other, so I think they're going to kind of have a feel for each other's game. Each player individually have an understanding of the other opponent's, strengths and weaknesses. And these are things that I think both teams will try to rely on during the game on Thursday.
Coach, do you anticipate CJ Walker and Brandon Mahan being back and available to play in the conference tournament?
I do. I think both of them should be available. By the time we play on Thursday, I think both kids will have, be ready to go for us, and that's exciting. That gets us closer to full strength, and that's you want to go in the tournament as close as you can to full strength.
Coach, handicap this field. How wide open is this tournament?
I always say the same thing every year with regards to our league. I think it's a great league. I think it shows that every single year from top to bottom, anyone is capable of beating anyone. I think you saw that with East Carolina. They beat Houston. So so from top to bottom, that anyone's capable of winning in a game, in this league. And that's what you want, a league that has good depth like that. And so this year being unusual with COVID, I think it probably threw a wrinkle in a lot of programs is what they were trying to accomplish. But still, looking at some of the wins that some of the teams have been able to attain, it just shows that anyone is going to have opportunity. The field to me will be wide open when they throw it up on Thursday. And it wouldn't surprise me if any of the teams couldn't come out victorious.
Isaiah wins Freshman of the Week for the third time this season. What has impressed you about him throughout the season, doing what he's doing as a freshman, especially in a year like this, where a lot of freshmen in the country have struggled due to the uniqueness of this year that's brought to everybody?
I'm really proud of Isaiah. His development has been really good this season. Like all freshmen, he went through some ups and downs. He had a stretch in the middle of the season where, he really couldn't find his rhythm, but he's found it again. He's playing really well, and that says a lot about him. A lot of times when some young guys go through what he went through in the middle of the season, they don't recover until the following year. So to see him bounce back and playing his best basketball now down the stretch is exciting. He says a lot about, like I said, who he can become as a player. He has tremendous confidence and belief in himself, and he has a really good work ethic. So I think the sky's the limit for how good he can become.
Okay, thank you, guys.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Take care.